Come and explore with me in the world of dividing with estimation. Oh, yeah. We are going to use something called compatible numbers. Numbers that are easy to add, subtract, multiply, or divide in your head. So I have 413 divided by 7. And I want to be able to do this mentally without having to do the whole long division. And I want to be doing it with compatible numbers. I want to get these to work so I can do it mentally. So I'm going to look at the first two numbers. And I'm see 41. And I know that 7 times something is not going to give me 41. But what would it give me close to? And I can list all my facts. 7 times 1, 7 times 2. And I remember that 7 times 6 equals 42. So I can estimate 413 to 420 and divide it by 7. And I can do this all mentally because 7 goes into 42 6 times, and then add the 0. So I have an estimate of 413 divided by 7 would be 60. It's not an exact, it's an estimate. And that's why using compatible numbers are so great. And here's my next number. 1382 divided by 5. Okay, so now I'm actually going to have to look at this and say, look at 13, okay? What can I do to 13 that 5 can go into it? And then these would just turn into zeros. Well, if I raised it to 1400, 5 times what gives me 14? Nothing. So I cannot do that one. What about if I go up a little bit higher to 1,500? Well, I know, because I know my facts. 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3. 5 times 3 gives me 15. So 5 goes into 15 3 times. I have 2 zeros. My estimation of 1,382 divided by 5 is 300. All right, guys, I know this can be so confusing. Try not to let this make you crazy. This stuff is crazy. Compatible numbers, help, help. All right, well, let's continue to practice. That's the only way we're going to get better. Let's say if we have 1,000, let's say we have 1,752 and dividing it by 6. So again, we're going to look at this. We're going to look at these two digits right here, 1 and a 7. And we're going to say 6 can go into 17. Can 6 go into 17? I don't think so. So what we have to think of, again, we got to go back and review our facts. 6 times 1 is 1. 6 times 2, 6 times 3. And we found that 6 times 3 equals 18. So we want to change this and make this into 18. And these guys are just going to turn into a 0. And then we can divide it by 6. And if we divide it by 6, 6 goes into 18, again, right here, 3 times, and we have 2 zeros. So our estimated answer to 1,752 divided by 6 is 300. Yay. All right, our next problem is 2,372 divided by 5. So again, we have to look at the 23 and think of 5 times what gives us 23. Well, let's think about our facts. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. Well, we could go with 25. And so we've got 5. Let me just change that. Excuse me. We got 5 times 5. So we could change this to 25, add on our 2 zeros, and we've just made a compatible number that 5 can work with, and we can do this mentally without having to do all this long division. So, we got to be careful of this because these are not going to be exact answers. If you wanted an exact answer, we would have to actually do long division. But because we want an estimate, we can use compatible numbers. So we say 5 times what gives us 25, and we have this fact over here, so it's 5, and we add on our 2 zeros. So our estimated answer is 500. So 2,372 divided by 5, the estimated answer is 500. Okay, 3,792 divided by 6. Please find a compatible number. Estimate the answer to this question. Next question, 8,296 divided by 9. Find a compatible number that would work with that to do it mentally, and give me an estimated answer. And our last problem, 3,792 divided by 4. Find an estimated answer to this question. Try to use compatible numbers to help you do it mentally. Excellent job. Hey there. I didn't know that I hold the key to my own success. I always have to give my 100% to be successful. And I will always try my best. Have a wonderful night, guys.